They're all descendants of the finest dragon fighters from everywhere the Vikings ever traveled.
How to Train Your Dragon will forever be one of my favorite movie series. I feel like the animated nature of it wasn't the best, but the story is so gripping and interesting that it always makes me want to rewatch it. In particular, my favorite movie of the trilogy is the second one. The themes and motifs of it really just draw you in and really just inspire you in this fictitious world where it's one young kid against everyone else around him. When they released that they would be making a live action version of this movie, I was extremely surprised because I felt like this story was already damn near perfect. I didn't think there was much that they could iterate on that would improve the movie at all, thus I didn't really see any value of it. But this past weekend I was able to see the early release of How to Train Your Dragon live action, and I absolutely loved it. It is a must-watch movie for anyone that has seen the original movie or is curious about what the world of How to Train Your Dragon can offer to you. First off, the movie is literally the exact same as the animated film. There are lines and there were scenes that were directly replicated from the live action movie. 99% of the movie is the exact same, which as someone who thought that the original movie was perfect, I was very happy about. A case where a live action adaptation has failed is Avatar: The Last Airbender, taking a show that was absolutely perfect and them trying to reformat it into a live action version, but not realizing that when you're reformatting it, you're losing so much of that original brilliance. That is something that was completely absent in this live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. In fact, I thought that the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie did something better than the original, and that was include more witty and funny comedic lines that were absent from the more childish version. I feel like this is something that was heavily improved in the live action version and that honestly I really enjoyed. The actors were pretty decent, I won't lie. The main hiccup actor wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I think that he accomplished the role really well and it was a heartfelt performance from him. As far as the supporting cast, I feel like they also did a relatively good job that didn't detract from the story and kept me engrossed the entire time. Another one of my favorite things about the original movie is the amazing music. Now honestly, it just seems like magic every time it comes on, and honestly, I was confused if they would reuse the same songs to try to switch it up. But nope, they used the exact same music that just felt amazing in live action and felt even more real and credible when you have these real people that you're looking at and not just these animated characters. I feel like the synergy of every single aspect, the acting, the cinematography, the visual effects, and the music really brought this all together and made it seem like a true replica of the original animated movie. I feel like I am definitely giving this movie high marks because it did so well and it retained the original brilliance of the animated movie. I hope that they make a live action of the second movie. Well, yes, this does beg the question, why would you make a live action movie if it's the exact same? I think it's just because of the nostalgia factor and they know there is such a large crowd that loves the How to Train Your Dragon animated movies. They can squeeze out some more cash by doing some live action versions of the movies. And I know that in Hollywood right now we're in a very unoriginal slump, but if that is what it has to come to, then that is what it will come to, and I am completely fine with that. I really enjoyed it and had a great movie going experience with it. I really encourage you guys to give it a chance and go see it. I promise you, if you enjoyed the original movies, you will also enjoy this movie and maybe even have a more of a fun time than watching the original. Thank you so much. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time.